Day 451 of doing a LeetCode problem every day until I get a job. All right, y'all, we're back again. Another day, another LeetCode problem where we're doing daily LeetCode problems. And today we have question number 1763, longest nice substring. The difficulty level is easy, but don't worry because you already know we're going to keep the solution as simple and easy to understand as possible. But before we get started, y'all, don't forget to like, hype, subscribe, comment, and share. And if you need any new Apple AirPods, go ahead and check out that link in the description so you can get you some. Now let's see what the question says. A string S is nice if for every letter of the alphabet that S contains, it appears both in uppercase and lowercase. For example, the string ABABB with AB first AB being lowercase, then ABB is uppercase is nice because uppercase A and lowercase a appear and both uppercase b and lowercase b appear. However, the string lowercase b, and uppercase a is not because lowercase b appears but uppercase b does not. Given a string S, return the longest substring of S that is nice. If there are multiple, return the substring of the earliest occurrence. If there are none, return an empty string. All right, y'all, so that sounds simple enough, but let's take a look at these examples just to make sure that we are doing this problem correctly. So in example 1, we have our input S equals a string with an uppercase y, lowercase a, lowercase z, lowercase a, uppercase a, lowercase y. The output is a string lowercase a, lowercase a. Explanation says the string lowercase a, uppercase a, and lowercase a is a nice string because it has a uppercase a and a lowercase a. Is the only letter of the alphabet in S, and both a, uppercase a, and lowercase a appear. So lowercase a, uppercase a, lowercase a is the longest nice substring. So let's break this down one step further, right? We need to find the longest nice substring, and a substring is nice if all of the characters in that substring have a lowercase and uppercase version of those letters in the substring, right? So as we can see, if we look at this is not nice because there are AZA, but for it to be nice, we would also need an uppercase A and an uppercase Z, right? So even this, we would have the uppercase A, but we still need that uppercase Z. Similarly, if we did this, we would still need an uppercase A, an uppercase Z, and a lowercase y. And so we can't do this because we have the uppercase y, uppercase A, lowercase a, but we're missing that uppercase Z, so we can't use this full string. The only string that we will be able to use, or substring we will be able to use, is this right here, lowercase a, lowercase a, which is what the output is. So just in case that didn't make sense, let's take a look at example 2. Example 2, the input equals S, or the input S equals uppercase B, lowercase b. The output is uppercase B, lowercase b. Explanation says uppercase B, lowercase b is a nice string because both uppercase B and lowercase b appear. The whole string is a substring, so we just return it as it is. Now let's take a look at example 3 where they might try to throw a little trick question our way. So in example 3, we have the input S equals a string C. The output is just a blank string. There are no nice substrings because we are missing that uppercase C that we need to go with this lowercase c. So I hope that makes sense to y'all. And now that we understand the question, let's get into the fun part, the actual solution. Y'all, solution is not that difficult at all, so let's get into it. First thing we're going to do is we're going to come right here underneath this function, and we're going to create a helper function that finds the longest nice substring. So for this helper function, we're going to say private func helper, call it helper, open up the parentheses, we'll say underscore chars, colon, that's going to be an array of characters, just like that, boom. Then we're going to come outside that square bracket, we're going to say comma, underscore start, then we're going to say colon, that's going to be integer, comma, then we're going to say underscore n, colon, that's going to be an integer as well. And we're going to come out these parentheses and we're going to return a string just like this. Boom. Now we're going to handle the base case. If the substring length is less than 2, then it cannot be nice, right? Similarly to example 3, if the count is less than 2, then we know there's no matches going on. So we could just come right here and handle that and say if end minus start is less than 2, then we're going to open up the brackets and we could just return a blank string just like that. Boom. Then we're going to create a set of all characters in the current substring, and this will help quickly check if both uppercase and lowercase versions exist. So we're going to declare a variable called set that equal to a set, open up the parentheses, and we're going to pass in chars, square bracket, start, dot, 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 end. Or excuse me, dot, dot, less than end. Sorry, y'all. Boom. Then we'll come underneath this, and we are going to iterate through each character in the current substring by saying for I in start dot dot less than end. Then we open up the brackets, and we're going to say let C equal char square bracket I, just like that. Boom. Now we're going to check if the current character violates the nice condition. It must have both its uppercase and lowercase form in the substring. So we're going to come underneath this, and we're going to say if exclamation point set dot contains, open up the parentheses, character, open up some more parentheses, C dot lowercase, boom, put the parentheses. Then we're going to come outside of these 3 parentheses right here, and we're going to say or 2 vertical lines, exclamation point set dot contains, sorry y'all, contains, open up the parentheses, we're going to say character, open up some more parentheses, C dot uppercase, open up some parentheses. Then we're going to come outside of these parentheses, and we're going to open up the brackets. Boom. Now, if it violates this, then we're going to split the string at the character and recursively check the left and right parts of the longest nice substring. So we're going to say let left equal helper, open up the parentheses, we're going to pass in chars, comma start, comma I. Then we're going to come underneath this, and we're going to say let right equal helper, open up parentheses, chars, comma I plus 1, comma end. Boom. Then we're going to come underneath this, and we need to return whichever side produces the longest nice substring by coming right here, and we're going to say return, sorry y'all, return left dot count is greater than or equal to right dot count. So this is going to return a Boolean. This right here is going to return a Boolean if it's true. So we're going to say question mark, and if it's true, we're going to say return left, and colon. If it's not true, we're going to return right. Boom. And if every character meets the condition, the whole substring is nice. So we can handle that by coming right here and say return string, open up the parentheses, chars, square bracket, start, dot, dot, less than, end. Just like that. But we're not done yet. That's just the helper function. Now we need to get into the main function. So for the main function, first we need to convert the input string into an array of characters, which will help for easier indexing. So we're going to say let chars equal an array parentheses s. Then we're going to come underneath that, and we're going to say return helper, open up the parentheses, pass in chars, comma 0, comma chars dot count. Just like that, y'all. That should be all she wrote. So let's give it a run. Make sure it runs properly before we submit it. It's accepted, so let's go ahead and submit it. Make sure it's still accepted after we submit it. And look at that, y'all. 2 milliseconds beats 83.33% of users. Not too bad, not too bad at all, y'all. So with that being said, before we go, make sure you get one more look at the code. This is the top part. This is the bottom part. And yeah, y'all, I hope y'all learned something today, and I hope to see y'all here tomorrow for another day, another LeetCode problem. See y'all then.